become their greatest rivals in Fluxo. The stakes remain the same, Stockholm. Loser eliminated, winner semi-finals.
NAVI on their home turf. Lost this map once in OT. And this is also where Astra does some of her best work. Probably why her numbers are so high for the season. Lucy with the dual Berettas, spots a bit of something, falls off. Ready for that swing out, staying alive. Anorex out towards long, waiting to see if that swing comes to try and punish the dualies. It is only 2 players here. Smoke lands, Anorex firing off shots. Poppins is getting aggressive down the banana, trying to pincer onto NAVI, who haven't progressed yet. They start to fight out towards long. Goddess sees this, the scaling into CT. Has to disengage. There's space to go B because of this push up middle.
Yeah, this is tough. It's still getting complicated. D7's found a team kill, and AnaX has found Angelka. Bomb can be planted,
no,
kind of, not really, because you're being trapped in from Banana. D7 looks to at least alleviate pressure, and Viku will find more. How do you get the bomb out? They're so low. Fluxo don't want to peek. So D7 comes over with Viku. That was maybe a chance. A headshot presented. Goddess and Younger will find it. Somehow, some way, the Demons conquer the pistols.
They just didn't know Younger was there. That's the thing, right? They want to isolate this fight onto Goddess, who actually takes down one despite being gushed down low. You think Viku, with that one tap with the P250, has done enough with the 2 low HP players, with D7 on the way over. NAVI looked in a position to recover a round that looked like it was already lost when Viku was alone on B with players all around her.
The thing is, D7 kills Poppins. She also kills Josie. 1 short, 1 long.
She also kills Astra.
You can, but you can maybe just get the bomb out. You don't have to commit into that B play. They feel like that's where they've got the control.
They didn't know where Younger was.
For so long.
Yeah. Bomb never went down. Fluxo of a start. Taking good control with the SMGs, putting them front and center to farm up some clocks. As Newt illustrated, NAVI happy to play it slow. I'll get 1. Shouldn't be any more as Anorex looks to pincer. They just lose the 1 to the Glock, so Fluxo 2-0.
Interesting to keep an eye on the opening kills this series, but especially on this map on Inferno, because for NAVI against FlyQuest, every single player felt like they were getting opening kills across everywhere on the map. It was just littered with NAVI getting the openings. And here for Fluxo, it's so important that they try and manage that and they put it back in their favor, especially on this CT side, because we know how aggressive NAVI can be. And already Viku just spamming the edge of the smoke. Anorex lives with half.
They really want to fight into this position. Got to be careful. NAVI players everywhere. They need the better weaponry. Fight forward, but then slow it back. They want to take control of Banana before they start to make any big moves. Poppins is here with a smoke. D7 being a nuisance in the apartments. And HE could have done a lot. Already 2 players very wounded, and utility starting to dwindle for the CT side.
Yeah, NAVI have never emptied their pockets, really. They've just been pure contact, trying to take map control. Finally, they'll find it with 1 minute left. Poppins forced to use the smoke, but Viku just disrespects it. That's B bomb site unlocked, and then everyone chimes in with a kill. This is what I mean. This is a great highlight of it. Sure, this is the first kill going in favor of NAVI, but then it's everyone, everywhere, all at once, just deleting this CT side. D7 not caught off by the timings, and whilst Goddess gets a consolation, it's NAVI to get the first on the board.
Yeah, really nice from NAVI. Viku gets that kill. She sees the timing, right? You know that when Banana's been fully controlled and a player is spotting from half wall, then falls back, drops the smoke, you're pretty confident that there's only one player there, right, playing the delay game. So VQ makes the decision to get ahead of the smoke. She has that timing. Not quite a favorable angle, but will win out the fight. And then as soon as Fluxo go for the information into middle, the rest of NAVI are just waiting. They're just sitting. They know what your response is going to be.
It's simple, and it is all controlled still by D7. By having that position in towards the apartments, she can give warning to her players. They're about to swing short. Can peek top mid. All these slight clues. And now for NAVI, it's an acceleration. They want to fight top brackets again. Anna X will show some resistance. Gets close with the MP9, but can't find the kill. It's hankered to open.
That was the only player on A. It was the gamble over towards the B side, expecting NAVI to put more pressure there. They wanted to assert control. NAVI can't quite believe that nobody's home. But a very, very clear intent from NAVI out the gate. Not afraid to take the fights forward. Anchor often one that leads the charge, but as you mentioned, all of these players happy to take the openers. Fluxo will be attempting this. At the moment, mostly from short, flash out through the apps, blinds D7. She'll get back on the angle. CT smoke does disrupt her, so she can't quite see the cross through, but there's so many players you have to get by. Astra just keeps on firing, and D7 takes 2 heads. This was the force buy, so attempting this retake has been pretty crushing for Fluxo. They save an MP9, that's it.
And only Hanker's the one that falls to stay alive for NAVI. Interesting retake effort there, but NAVI had the utility. They only used 2 smokes to get in towards the site in the first place. A block can come in over towards apps. You can use the mollies. And Fluxo tried to smoke it. They tried to create a little bit of separation between mini pit and site, but there were no flashbangs coming over the top. A little bit disorientated was that retake. And it's interesting because we're already seeing some meta games. We're already seeing some counter prep being put in by both Alcest and Dark Spy, because you've got Fluxo that gambled towards B. NAVI love to start a banana and take that space with Astra. However, this time it's just a fast play immediately in towards the wrap. Over at A, Younger creeps close. MP9 will at least find D7, and that's an upgrade if she can retrieve the weapon.
Honestly, all she wants to do is just hang out and stay alive, right? Because her getting aggressive and fighting that kill has funneled NAVI over towards the stack. Yes, it is USPs. You know how these rounds can go, especially if you can hit a few of these dinks. Astra spots out one. Got Molotovs to start clearing these positions. One towards Darkwood. Go beautifully right now. Crossing the first oranges. 2 towards CT. Nice little swing. And now they should be thorough enough to clear all these players. They don't rush in. The Flames will remove Josie. It's interesting because they had 2 players in sight and 2 sides actually rotate. I wonder if maybe those 2 players had stayed a bit more active in the site. They might have been able to do a bit more damage. Regardless, this was the expected outcome from this round.
Yeah, expertly done as well from NAVI. Just pump the brakes, take their time. Every swing is with purpose. Every angle is cleared meticulously. And for Fluxo now, you still got Younger here because any money she can save is good money. If she can try and fake out the defuse just to draw them in, never mind. VQ answers back with the AWP. Anna X on the hunt for exits. Can you recover this rifle that was dropped on the balcony?
Where'd it go?
It's in second mid.
Hey, found it. That was the easy one. Younger gets a nice little kill. That's some extra money for maybe an AWP. VQ's already making hers. Very noted. So yes, we will see Younger on the AWP. But a nice spawn to take the mid fight as well. Will VQ be there to meet her, or will she just drop the util? No, wanting to maybe catch VQ, who's just charging ahead of the utility.
This is so different out of NAVI. This is so much more aggressive and assertive where it comes to fighting for this map control. Normally, it's a little bit more stop-start. Instead, it is very proactive, and they're the ones setting the tempo. Fluxo looking to disrupt, but how can you disrupt when you don't know what's coming next?
Yeah, even with this deep smoke on Banana, there's no one really contesting behind it either. They're just hoping they don't commit. A lot of pressure on middle. It's going to keep these players here. Fluxo actually playing a lot in the dark right now.
They're really stressed right now because you've got the top brackets utility being put forward by NAVI. A reaction is Fluxo to just block with the half-wall molly, the half-wall smoke, but this is all NAVI's intention. Because in the mid-round, they say, okay, let's think about all the resources that have been depleted. We only need a few smokes to go in towards B with. They've got 4, so they've got more for the execute, and they've got more for the after plan.
Yeah, they're actually not going to be, though. They posture this way with their utility. Keeping Fluxo guessing, because again, they didn't get any information towards top middle. They haven't peeked in towards brackets, so NRX starts to rotate over. NAVI have played this perfectly in drawing the bodies where they want them.
And the only smoke is on Goddess. So you got flashbangs. Younger will block the smoke at Moto. There's a slight gap in it. Needs this find on the AWP, but it's a tag. It's not a kill. And NAVI start to swarm. Josie needs to live in the pit. How many can she take down with her? It's just the one. And NAVI are in A.
There's the player that was legged as well. Unlucky for Younger. I'm not sure they realize how close NAVI could be there. She plays a very close line behind default. Gap on the left-hand side entices NRX in. She does have that kit. There's a smoke on Goddess, but a 3-on-4 feels tough, and now 2-on-4 even tougher. Immediately disengaging.
That's what you said, isn't it? You said literally 30 seconds ago, before NAVI even entered into the A site, even threw that idea into consideration. Fluxo got no idea. Operating in the dark, no map control, no proactivity. They wanted to trust the crossfires, and only started getting set up into the crossfires when they saw the smokes.
For a team that's kind of known for their aggression too, right? A team that often will be taking a lot of space on both sides of the server. They've really felt like they've been sitting back and allowing NAVI to just play with their rotations, manipulate them, move them about. Good time for the pause to maybe address some of these concerns.
Absolutely. Like this has got to be 30 seconds saying, we are not playing our brand of Counter-Strike. What is South America associated with? I know you get these stereotypes and these teams are trying to just pull a little bit more away from them, but it's that flair, it's that aggression. But I think this is why NAVI are being so proactive in the early rounds, because you're not expecting that whatsoever. Newt had the numbers. And if you can see that, if you're Fluxo, you're setting up the game plan to be, on this timing, we are going to go here because we expect NAVI to be there. And instead, you're getting the complete inverse, and it throws all of your prep, all of your ideas, it scrambles them. And now you've got to adjust on the fly, and that's really hard to do. This is a bit more like it. Astra begins to charge up Banana.
Counter utility being set up. That Molotov's not going to disrupt her. NRX has been spammed out at Boiler, or Boiler, as D7 said. D7 looks to find a kill here. Oh, the adjustment won't be given the second. NRX decides to bail. But now she's left with 10 HP.
Yeah, NAVI decide to bail as well. They pull the emergency exit on Banana. They reset. They know damage has been done. That would have been communicated over by D7. And they've been finishing A in so many of these rounds. It makes sense to give it another go.
Short side smoke, NRX, again, with this low HP. Knows she has a tough ask, does call over support from Younger, so 2 players will be here as they come around this corner. A wide swing actually gets the kill. NRX and Younger able to deliver from long. Veto gets 1 back, and with D7 taking the space on site, they can bring the bomb across.
It was Veto that had that bomb. So the plant's delayed, and it means the rotate, the one that Poppin starts to make through Banana, is actually being now held by VQ. Shadow spotted, and the kill collected. You feel like that double long setup is enough, but it's not.
NRX has 10 HP and gets the instant headshot with the FAMAS, with Younger doubling up. That's 3 kills that go their way.
Rotation was just so slow. There wasn't any counter utility being put forward by the long player. Instead, it's just a smoke creep, one in which D7's anticipating.
And D7 doesn't overextend, right? Either she goes in towards the pit where she can be safe, throws the smoke down, allows VQ to plant the bomb and set up. D7 knows she's got the low HP, needs to just play the more passive angle. VQ goes for the Wanda, and she's been brilliant thus far on this map.
That's what we asked for. We asked for consistency in NAVI. We asked for VQ to come up with a trademark VQ performance. We're getting that. I've always been a D7 enjoyer. Felt like her move to NAVI was a natural fit.
It reminds me a lot of the Malbs to G2 move, right? Where you're putting a player that's got brilliant aim and can be a star player into some anchor roles on the CT side, but on the T side, you know, she's allowed to kind of let loose.
And that's what she was made famous for. That's when she first joined Big. She was lurking an awful lot, was finding quite a lot of space. Her and Ida would sort of like divvy up that responsibility. She's made it her own. NAVI have made Inferno their home. 40 seconds left. There has been a push from Anorex, and Goddess will profit off the 5-7 headshot. This will force NAVI into B. They are battered and bruised. They are going blow for blow. The pistols are doing it. VQ will finally find Younger with Angelka providing relief on the site. Anorex is here in time. Bomb not even denied. That's unfortunate. You can see it slotting into place.
Nice try from Goddess, doing a lot of damage there with the 5-7, delaying them. Unfortunately, not quite enough. NAVI looking very comfortable so far. Those first 2 rounds go Fluxo's way, but as soon as NAVI get the guns out, every round has been theirs.
And I think this is more of an indictment on NAVI than anything else, but this is what I expect out of NAVI. This is how good this project has looked. To blow on the smoke, a free kill for VQ. Goddess, not alone in Banana. Younger needed that trade, but couldn't get it. Instead, drops the utility, bails out. So often as Fluxo have been doing, they drop their util, they leave.
Goddess has a lot of responsibility. The Flames will separate VQ and Hanka. Goddess goes back to get the second round. Doesn't have a smoke though, so gonna be tricky to delay further. Anorex gets aggressive, needs that support from short. The flashbang comes over. Angelka mostly dodges, and then D7 swings out from Boiler, and she just keeps swinging. A headshot machine continues her form from the FlyQuest game earlier. NAVI just took a little to warm up here in Stockholm.
It is cold.
It is cold, and for some of these players, the cold is maybe a new experience. D7, maybe particularly. Not sure how much snow you get down in Portugal.
I'll tell you what, that play, to be honest, felt desperate from Fluxo. That was, we've tried everything, it's not worked, so we're going to go for a flash play and hope it just pays off, trusting the utility. The issue is where there's one NAVI player in top mid, there's one in Boiler, it's D7 just instantly guaranteeing a trade if there ever needed to be one. It wasn't even necessary.
All too easy for VQ. D7 makes it look easy.
True.
It always hits the heads.
Portuguese players impressing at ESL Impact. Zana, last map, this best of 3, in fact all series is just unbelievable. Yeah. D7 against FlyQuest here as well.
I think Zana had a 1.46 rating and 100 firepower across that best of 3. D7 looking to follow. Her and VQ topping the charts right now. The others not necessarily needed. I mean, Fluxo are looking to give up 8 here. Unless this aggressive play with the pistols can amount to something. Angelka gets a chance to get some kills next to her name. will be removed by Josie in the apartments. And she'll take down D7 too, so it's a little interesting. Goddess is over on the B-bomb site.
No you till 5-7.
Well, she did pretty good with the 5-7 last time. But she needs to do a lot better. You feel like you need at least 2 here to make this at all interesting for Josie to start moving. Fairly common position. Oh, so common against Molotov. Still takes down 1. But NAVI take no chances. And Josie does have an opportunity here. AK in hand, but a double up in towards Coffin.
They don't need to peek either. You come onto the bomb site, you've got to get around the corner before you clear either of them. You've got to make audio trying to defuse the bomb. It's so tough. There was the chance, but Viku, she'll grab it with both hands. NAVI make it look easy. 8 rounds T side. And now you start to look at the other individuals on Fluxo. Calling out for them for support because Goddess has been brilliant, but she's your in-game leader. You look to Younger, you look to Josie. These players you expect to be stepping up more.
I feel like we got the AWP out from Younger once, right? And barely got a chance to get involved. She gets another opportunity here. Taking matters into her own hand. The flashbangs, everything from NAVI is so well drilled.
Especially on that peak towards second mid, there's a timing on when you can leave it. So 1 second before, bang, flash. And you can't do anything. Look at this gap that's been created as well. D7 has just taken matters into her own hands, as she's been doing all event long. She can walk out. They're right behind. They have no idea that she's there. Connects onto 1. Viku comes in for the second. NAVI Javelins have got A once more.
Immediately the smokes go down. They just scale in. They know they've got all the space for free. D7's timing immaculate. Her and VQ once again every round. Fluxo aren't getting a look in. Now do you understand why we've been hyping up NAVI?
Let this be a warning. Sam said earlier in the series with FlyQuest, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I thought she was talking about NAVI.
Yeah, NAVI have been left waiting at the altar many a time.
Yep. Jilted by Imperial on so many occasions. And it feels like this team is the closest thing we've got to taking them down, ending their legacy. And imagine that's what it takes, a team going from a national roster, evolving into international, to end a dynasty. That's me getting ahead of myself, but that is the reality we very much could be living in here this weekend.
Yeah, we want to start painting that picture, right? Still a long road ahead. Have to win this series. Furia in the semis, who look very scary.
I hope for a third. And that's a good break point. Younger, finally her AWP echoes around Inferno.
That's like the first opening kill I think I've seen Fluxo get. It just feels like they're just not finding them, but finally something.
She's doing it again. She's doing it again, but this time can't get by Goddess. And if it wasn't Goddess, it was Josie. If it wasn't Josie, it was definitely Anorex. A 5v3, this should look a lot more achievable, and Younger's locking it in.
Poppins up high. That's the kill that should confirm the round. Angelica has everything that she needs to do. Good flashbang, but Poppins fully blind, ducks down, keeps on firing, and gives Fluxo something to work with.
Missing posters, flyers out, all handed in DreamHack Stockholm. We're looking for Fluxo because they did not arrive here in that first half of Inferno. We can't hear them. We need to. They need to roar back into existence here because NAVI on their Inferno, one in which they've had so much success with, pitched up with 9 on their T side.
Pretty dominant without the pistol, right? That's an insane record. Fluxo open and close the half, but not in the way they wanted, not the storybook ending they hoped. Need to start this T side strong. Now, I will say Fluxo are a team that I think can excel on their T side. It's all about momentum with them, right? But
3 on CT.
Yeah.
We've got to remember as well that 2 of those were the pistol and the conversion.
Yeah.
You got 1 gun round.
1 gun round. Also, NAVI are kind of good at CT pistol. Just generally, but also CT pistol, right? You think about Hanka, you think about D7, you think about Astra. All these players are nuts when it comes to hitting these shots with the USB. A lot on the line here for Fluxo. Also, sorry if there was a big noise before I smacked myself in the face when you were doing your little preamble.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, good. You're wondering what the little noise was. It's me smacking myself.
Wish I had seen it.
Trying to wake myself up from this nightmare that Fluxo have found themselves in.
They're the ones that need to sort of shake that off. Get rid of the paralysis. Because that really felt so dominant from NAVI. That's the NAVI we expect. At least the vibes are good.
Yeah, Poppins is someone that's always going to bring that positivity, right? You know, you talk about her as a player and her amazing pop-ups, but you know, she's also got good vibes. That extends over to the NAVI camp, and I think this is something we've wanted to talk about. We haven't had a chance to cast them until today. But something that I think is really worth noting is the big shift I think we've seen with this team when it comes to mentality, when it comes to just the general vibes in the camp. We've seen them on LAN a million times, right? 2.5 years of this team making it to finals and getting to the grand final a lot of the time, but it's always felt like the mental barrier has been the biggest difficulty for them because we know the individuals are all there. But one thing that it really feels like with this new iteration, with Asher at the helm, and I think particularly D7 and the energy she brings, who I think is very much like Poppins in a lot of ways. I think it's definitely improved the mental game of this team and just the general vibes when the goings get tough.
And Poppins on screen just singing words of wisdom to Fluxo. I'll go one step further than that. I'll keep talking about NAVI for the minute because we saw it at the World Cup, right? We saw that Team Poland in particular, when they were losing rounds, as soon as they got one, they all forced themselves to cheer, to celebrate, to get the morale up. And I think that goes toe-to-toe. Here, it's different, but it works.
Everyone's just happy. You should be happy, D7. You're having an insane performance.
Feels like everyone's just
thumbs up, thumbs up.
For a nap.
Up. Yes. No.
Nearly.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know. But now you've made everyone look at you because you're doing little things. You can't be afraid of the attention now that you've been thriving in it. No, we're staying on you. Sorry, Marta. I'd love to hear the comms of Fluxo right now. I know we can't, but...
This should be the Kadia listening.
Yeah, let's listen to the song. Have you ever watched, you might not, but I've seen clips of, I don't watch the game, but the G2 Gozen team, they're kind of infamous in Valorant for their little sing-alongs.
Okay.
That they do. They're often clipped and posted on the Twitter. Oh, no, she can't deal with it. She's in the worst place too, right? Between Goddess and Poppins. Like, you just cannot get away with this. It's funny. You do have, I feel like Fluxo have got some very different players on the roster, right? Because Goddess and Poppins, very bubbly people, particularly Poppins. But I feel like Josie and Anorex are very cool customers.
Yeah. And I think Younger can be a bit of both.
Yes, yeah.
I think Younger can definitely just sort of
That's why they got the spread, I think, of their positions. Oh well. They're all still loving it. This is actually, you know, I know it's not by design, but this tech pause is actually really probably benefited Fluxo with the mental reset.
I'd imagine so. I really would imagine so. For Na'Vi, you just want to play on. You just want to keep going.
Yeah.
You just want this map to be over with. You want to head onto your opponent's map pick and sort of give them no chance. For Fluxo, we've had a little mood uplifter, a little mental refresher.
Put your mouse in the air like you just don't care. Thought you were going to drop a verse, but no, you didn't.
No, that was VQ saying to Hanka, this is how you click and get
Great.
kills. Try it sometime.
I don't know if Hanka needs lessons, but we'll see. VQ is definitely schooling Fluxo at the moment.
Right, lock in. Everyone. It's time for the grind set to continue on Inferno. Astra backs off. A lot of responsibility always placed on her shoulders. It's by design. She wants it. And Viku's now pushed into second mid. Astra takes contact. They know it's B. Everyone from Na'Vi is right behind Fluxo, and Fluxo have no idea when's the first shot going to ring off. It's now. Viku instant. And now Fluxo have got to go forward because they can't go back. They're going straight into Viku and the rest of Na'Vi. Younger, only player standing. Will cross with the bomb. Is there a plan? Is there any sort of money in this round for Fluxo? Is there any hope in Inferno for Fluxo? The answer, maybe, potentially. Fights back with 2. Can split this up. 40 seconds left. Young her waits. And now the next question is, where has she gone? Molly lands in banana, separates the 2. Astra lying in wait. They don't want to let this chance slip. Forced into chaos. Younger's trying to thrive within it. Bomb down. A new question answered. For Na'Vi, how do you approach this? How do you split the difference? Spotted into new box. Younger getting the fights, getting the chances, but not able to divide them. One bullet is all it takes, and Younger does it!
Stand up, Younger, what a round! The 1v4 played to perfection, isolating Na'Vi with precision. Her own utility to give her the space to find those first 2, recovers a smoke from the ground to get that bomb down. And then when you think she is down and out, spotted at new box, they swarm her. Running out of bullets, running out of chances, she only needs 2. That is the fire that Fluxo needed to get started.
2 bullets left. 2 heads ripped from the necks of Na'Vi. And now as they force spy back in, it's the incendiary not to offset Poppins. Hanka will at least trade, and D7 can't find anything from the apartments. Fluxo are back.
Jelka slides through. They've not committed yet. She'll hear the footstep. Hanka able to rotate as well. She'll see one side out. And now everyone's here from Na'Vi. They've got the rotations, and Hanka has the shots. But now you've seen both. Now you've seen both, and you just go B.
There's no flashbang, there is simply just a smoke, no kit, but that one's a little bit wayward there for Fluxo. Na'Vi can take advantage of it, but Goddess will at least spring into life. Tucks in the corner, smoking at banana. How do you try and separate these players? A bait and switch. They couldn't even deal with one player before, but this time it's Hanka, and it's not Younger. Finally, Na'Vi break the deadlock.
A moment of brilliance from Younger in the pistol, but it's the pistol of Hanka that offers absolute domination here.
I'll tell you what.
All 5 for her there.
The missed smoke in towards CT, and then one gets thrown in banana, that's the audio cue. And then you know, okay, well, one player has to be in towards coffins. You see the second player firing from quite deep, and it's like, okay, we know exactly what this setup is. I didn't even catch that it was the ace.
Every single kill is Hanka's. And Jelka's the one that's being set up there, to be honest, on the swing. She can't believe what her teammate has done. think Hanka did take those lessons from Viku.
The second half has been... it's been 2 rounds.
That's soul-crushing, though. After Younger gives you that lifeline, you feel like you're about to win against the force fight. That's your way back in. Bruised almost lost. No head armor for Viku. Almost loses hers. Not done yet, but this force fight needs to find fruition.
I will say, look, there's no mollies, there's no HEs. It's just flashbangs. It's Hanka on the corner to be set up by one of them, but Anna X will spam. And now Astra throws herself a lifeline with these smokes, but it's the nades that are intrusive, and it's Fluxo that is scaling. Astra gives it the respect. Fluxo get the sight.
Yeah, got lots of smokes too. 3 still. They can just lock down every position. Astra tries to get ahead, but the flames force her back.
Surely you save.
Navi are cordoned. Another smoke lands. They're sticking around for now, but you feel that the disengage is inevitable.
Time to go. Look, you got so many rounds to play with. You just brought the AWP out as well for VQ, who's low. Let me remind you.
It's simple. The flash over. Hanka doesn't find success off it. Too many players waiting, not anticipating the whole squad there. And they just accelerate off it. Astra forced back by the utility twice. Keep that AWP, VQ. You need it. Not to be deterred by Hanka's ace. Fluxo fights straight back.
And this keeps the economy on edge. This keeps the faith there for Fluxo. We knew the T side would be their stronger side. They're already starting to prove it in this war of attrition, consecutive rounds in a row. Will reset NAVI. Will make the game more of a conversation piece. Will start to get you believing once more. The journey's still tough. VQ did save that AWP. You know that is coming forward into the next round. What's the game plan now? Is it default or is it pushing? Is it aggression?
A little ugly on the weaponry for Navi. Fluxo want to fight. They get ahead of the util. Astra. Oh no, it's VQ on the corner. Fires off a shot. Astra forced out by the flames, but she's happy to take the fight. That T-smoke towards the half wall actually helps her out. They wanted to go fast, but it's straight to their demise. And now Angelica on the corner doubles down.
That's the adjustment. You bring Viku over, you let her peek banana, that smoke that was thrown by Fluxo. It's the Eternal Fire one that puts out the mollies. And it lets you scale on the right-hand side, it lets you see the car peek.
Viku's not missing anything right now. No matter how much utility goes her way, she's calm, she hits her shot, and she falls back.
And that's the nerve settler for NAVI. Because we've seen in this event, we've seen online as well, that sometimes games can look to escape them, especially on Inferno. I think back right to that very beginning game. Sure, this might be a bit of a harsh take, but the game against Let Her Cook, you remember that one where it went and spiraled into OT? That began at the inception of that roster, and sure, they've faced a lot of trials and tribulations since then, but it is possible. And Fluxo are the team that can do this to others, especially in the European region, an unfamiliar style of play.
The one that Navi, at least against Fluxo, are no strangers to facing. A pop out through the apartments. They scale Angelica behind default. Good spot, supported by D7, who does fall after one. Viku, oh, the adjustment to long. She just keeps getting away with it. They managed to at least find Angelica and get the space into sight, but again, player advantage for Navi in the retake.
It's something, but at the end of the day, you are still running out of chances. This has to be the afterplant coming into success for Fluxo. Younger takes a proactive position, looks in towards short. You know that AWP was out long, it hasn't moved. Are there flashbangs available? Doesn't matter. Younger deals with one. Astra with the swing, and Goddess now sandwiched between the two Javelins, but it's her spear that's sharper.
Goddess ascends. What a hold from her in the 1v2 after Younger gets caught out, not anticipating that second player pushing. Goddess knows they're coming from every angle. She strikes first. The swing out. A bit of life gifted for this team. Two big clutches for Fluxo, keeping them alive.
It doesn't get easier. Look, you've got the AWP out of Younger, but you still got Mac 10s. You've got one AK in this round. There's only a couple of flashbangs. And you got NAVI with deep control in towards Banana this time, and whilst the smoke breaks, it only favors the defense as Poppins completely dismantled at the bottom of B. Fluxo reroute A. So does Astra.
Poppins has been being punished here hard by NAVI. Removing one of the stars early has been a boon for them. Smokes go down, Astra will spam, and it connects good damage onto Anna, who'll scale past at least, but the CT smoke onto Moto is actually a little bit disruptive. Now the utility comes over, D7, flush 4, but on the blow on the smoke, she's able to duck back. Angelica flushed out, has to be D7. Only good for the one, Anorex found 2 as well. How'd she get the second one?
They tried to set it up. There was a bait and switch trying to be employed on the site. Angelica just burned alive, but Hanka couldn't find anything. Maybe Astra and Viku might, but Viku's been removed early. Astra position now put on watch, and Younger locks it in. This game is not done.
And that's the breakthrough. That's the money from NAVI. They have to eco next round. Fluxo finally get around where they can breathe. Familiar faces in the audience. USPs across the board.
We wanted a game out the AWPers. I said it before we went live. First half was Viku's. Seconds all belongs to Younger.
That 1v4 might be the play of the tournament.
Might be the play just of impact. Name a better clutch than that, because I can't right now.
Anna's got a few, but I don't know about a 1v4. Give Anna's, Anorex. Gonna find a few faces around this corner. Nice little jiggle out, but the swing comes from Viku.
And now you know. You just go me.
NAVI also know. They're running. Angelica picks up the Mac 10.
Okay.
Poppins. Some confidence building frags.
Not the pop-off we're used to seeing from Poppins, but this one's still as important as any other.
She's got time to come online. 11-8. We're 9-3 half.
And we know what that economy is like on the CT side. You can be in, then you can be out, and you can feel like you had this game. 9-3 was the half. And now we're in a position where we can start talking about Fluxo maybe doing the unthinkable. These are all steps in the right direction. Another buy about to enter the equation now. And one thing I've been just praising NAVI just all throughout this online season, especially on Inferno, is the variety in their setups on the CT side. We've seen a little bit over towards Banana. We've seen nothing in second middle. We haven't seen this double lap setup. We haven't even seen the boosts. There's a lot they can do here. Which decision will be made and which one will be correct?
Might be that short boost. Viku runs across, so I think they are going to assemble that quickly.
And this boost was the one that completely shut down FlyQuest and gave NAVI just the extra edge over them in that map.
Fluxo scaling through the apartments, the footstep made, so this is known by NAVI, who smoke it off.
They're really trying to force them into this play.
3 bodies in towards short. This is the fight that decides map point. Poppins just putting a bit of attention over to B to keep players here, but the intent is clear from Fluxo. This is going to be A.
And D7's just not ready. And now you've got two players that are just on an island here, so they go searching in Boiler. They try and evict the squatters, but they can't get anything done. Poppins finds Angelka. The A-bomb site now under lock and key by the Fluxo Demons, and Viku, she tries her best, but can't even get by the Tech 9.
Who needs an AWP? Tech 9 will do the job. NAVI were nervous. I think after the utility comes on B, they see no follow-up, but then they don't go for looking for the info on B. They think, okay, it's going to be B, let's get the info on A. D7 is just no idea that Josie can be that close, and as soon as she goes down, the other two feel that their setup is too vulnerable. They need to make a play elsewhere, need to try and make that instant reaction, and the swing into top mid finds two. She meets the nasty end of it. Attempt to save should be allowed for these final two NAVI players.
And now comes a mantra that NAVI should be familiar with. One in which they've probably stuck with since the entire project was created, and that is trust in the process. If only they had trusted that setup, how different could it have been? Well, they won't care. Fluxo fans getting loud, starting to feel ferocious. From a map that felt like it was well out of reach, now becomes slightly more attainable to grasp. You even feel like the control is with Fluxo.
It was 9-2, a 9-3 half, and then Younger wins a 1-on-4. That clutch gave Fluxo something, ignited the spark. Fluxo going with the flow.
And now they play passive. Now they expect NAVI to squirm.
VQ plays delay at B. They want them to walk into the stack of the two rifles at A.
Contact forced but not secured. Fluxo light up the feed. This time it is them getting the opening kills. That's been the key difference maker. Astra finds one back. Nade, good. Headshot even better onto Anorex. You gotta go B now if you're Fluxo.
VQ realizes they're gonna commit, drops her Molotov just to slow them down, a flash as well. Everything she can do to buy time. She might have bought enough. Here comes the flash, waiting for her teammates so they can swing out through this smoke. The blind comes through onto everybody, but it's the T side that prevail. Angelka steps in, and it's Astra who got the double. To give NAVI hope in this round, needs to find both. They're so low, but Poppins swings, and Poppins clutches. Fluxo find double digits.
Unbelievable. Again, we said 5 margins. It comes down to 14 HP. And Goddess asks for calm. Because that got a little bit chaotic. Astra, the catalyst of all of it, in towards the apartment, taking matters into her own hands.
That was the 2 safe rifles. NAVI make it incredibly close with that, but Hank is removed immediately from the spam.
Look at that kill feed. Blind, smoke, wallbang, headshot.
Poppins has certainly come alive on this T side.
They all have. They all have stepped in to help out Younger. And whilst the players have tried their best to give VQ some support out of NAVI, the kills have been few and far between. It's actually, we spoke about parallels at the start of this series. It continues to be a theme here in map 1. NAVI can't even buy a gun round.
It's going to be A. VQ rotates towards B. They have no information. They feel that they need to stack on one side, and they've made the wrong call. D7 doesn't know it, but she's going to be alone and swarmed by Fluxo members in a moment.
They keep going back to this, don't they? They keep going back to this apps pop because NAVI just can't stop it. D7, what have you got? 1 kill immediate. The second is just as sweet. A double up. But not quite the third, but has she bought enough time for the rotates? No, but at least they're on the way.
At the very least, she's given them a fighting chance. She was alone and takes down 2. It means it's a 3-on-3, and Astra is very quick coming. Utility goes over, only does a little bit of damage.
If you don't find anything in the next sort of 5 seconds, do you even go for this? Look at the money.
Astra's got a good position, though. And you feel like with her coming through the apartments, you've got the play. Utility comes over, Astra starts to search. The AWP fires off in short, they've got the information. Where are the others? Poppins lies in wait. Strikes through and got it at the front. Overwhelmed by Angelica. Viku spotted Younger, couldn't quite connect. Poppins is so low, but low is not enough. Fluxo will equalize. Can you believe it?
No, not at all. But it's that fighting spirit. It's that South American flair. And the desire to be in the semi-final, and Fluxo have done it before, earlier this year against NAVI Javelins. Every single one of these maps, they went the distance. If it wasn't 24 rounds, it was overtime. And here we are again.
And so many of these rounds, I think at least half of this T-side haul have been 1vx's. For all the praise we gave to the Na'Vi mental game, they certainly haven't come out of it favorable here. Fluxo have the momentum. They've got the fighting spirit. Na'Vi don't have any answers.
And no utility on D7. Hanker's downgraded into a FAMAS to get everything. It's do or die for Na'Vi. You win this round, you got a chance. You lose this, you're fighting with scraps for OT. For a game you felt like you were destined to win about half an hour ago.
Just had to win that pistol.
A 1v4.
They lost both pistols, but the 1-on-4, that's gonna feel like the biggest mistake you made of all. Slower from Fluxo out the gate.
Look at this gamble. Hanker's got another re-smoke. Everyone from Na'Vi moves A because that's always been the end goal. The end product has been these apps pops. It's been these short splits. It has been A. And for Anorex, she's just lining up the utility. It's the flashbang forward, but hey, guess what? That bomb has not moved off T-ramp.
They want to reset. Time is going to be an issue. The smoke will land, and they have to make a call. Do we disrespect it? Anka wants to hold it as long as possible. She'll drop it now. 35 seconds. Do they commit through? Astra catches the lurk. Rotation is on its way from Viku. They have to go through the smoke. They have to commit. Time is going to start to run out if they don't. Here comes the scaling. Viku catches Poppins as she crosses. Hanka slides out. A tag from Viku again, doing everything. Bomb has crossed in the corner, but she's alone. Young is in banana, getting flanked upon. An attempt on the bomb plant. Younger steps forward to provide the coverage. Bomb goes down, but Younger flanked upon. Na'Vi, it takes them 7 rounds, but they finally find map point.
And it's because they trust themselves. That's what we've been asking for all second half long. And here, Viku commits to the rotate. Astra catches the apps player and says, keep going B. And from there, Viku can be like a turret, just holding this cross. Hanka can dive in and out of these smokes, just being such a menace to Fluxo. And finally, it's them that creates the chaos. It was so close with Astra in the previous.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they threw the deep CT smoke or they just didn't smoke CT.
They didn't.
It was just open, right? Viku could just fight. They thought they had the timing, and technically they did. Viku arrives just in time because of that delaying smoke. If they committed immediately, Hanka was alone. But they wait a little bit, they blow it open, they don't see anything, they start to try and climb over oranges, and that delays enough for Viku to get in position.
And it feels like actually a lot of what happened in the first half, whereas Fluxo respect Na'Vi an awful lot. They respect every opposition that they play here at the finals, and they gave them that space. And if you just disrespected that smoke, that was your round. That could have been your map. It still can be, you just got to fight for OT.
And listen, the lion's share of this T side, it's been their rounds. Not out yet. But overtime required if Fluxo want to take Inferno. NAVI have lost this map once. That was in overtime. Against K27, no less. And Fluxo give them their second L in OT.
It hinges just so much on these opening kills. Now, Fluxo have come back from 4v5s. You spoke about these clutch moments, but by and large, if NAVI find the opening kill in this round, you genuinely feel like it could just be over, and they could break the hearts of a nation here on what would have been the comeback of all comebacks.
You don't want Younger's hard work to be done in vain.
You also don't want to exert all this energy in coming back and then having it stripped away from you. Especially when this entire second half has just been a roller coaster. I'm struggling to keep up with all of it. I don't know how they're dealing with all of this right now. Expectations are plenty here for both of these teams. Semi-finals, you feel like for both of these teams as well, just a bare minimum requirement.
Only one gets a chance to be there.
For NAVI and for Fluxo, it's about proving themselves. For Fluxo, you think about the way that 2024 has gone, not just with ESL Impact, but also regionally. Furia have been besting them every single time. Playing second fiddle, watching on, have Fluxo been. They made it to Dallas, they eliminated NAVI, now they're back to prove a point, and for NAVI, it's them that went from national to international. Switched the language, brought in an in-game leader that made it to the finals of the last season of ESL Impact. And for them, it's about proving themselves. If it's not now, it's when. How many times have we seen NAVI in the grand finals of this competition? How many times have we seen them toppled by Imperial? It's about purpose. It's about proving yourselves worthy. First step is this best of 3. But before then, it's Inferno, round 24. Do or die in so many respects. And it all leads back to Counter-Strike. Round 24, you look at the money as well. It's okay for Fluxo. They won so many in a row.
Bomb went down as well at the very end of that round, so at least they have a little bit of oomph there. Might be able to bring out the younger AWP. I mean, VQ is going to be indomitable with hers. Top of the server right now. Young is only one behind.
You got to expect that though. If you're Fluxo, you got to expect that VQ's going to be peaking somewhere, because every single time they've gone for these opening kills, it's been led with this AWP. And Fluxo tried to counter it in that previous round. They tried to play passive. They had the right read on the situation, and I hope that that round doesn't dishearten them from trusting in what they were going with, because they had the right read, they had the right idea, they finally switched the tempo. It wasn't enough. Josie's on a Mac 10. You will get the younger orb. It isn't all sunshine and rainbows for Fluxo, and for NAVI, it's aggression.
Incredibly aggressive. 3 players look to push in towards second, middle, and mid.
This is calmed. This is now known. Or maybe it's not. Hank has found Goddess, and she leaves.
Younger gets leg too. NAVI, don't let Fluxo take the fight. They're the ones that bring it. And Fluxo responded well. They fall back passive. Don't give NAVI that fight in second middle. But Hanka pushes the issue. In such a pivotal round to make that play. Takes guts, and she's got it.
And it could be all for glory. 1 minute left. Fluxo, no map control. You don't know about mid now. Josie was in second mid with the Mac 10. They've got to go B.
Got to go B, and the rotations are pretty fast. So VQ needs to hold. Low HP, Astra tuck. There's no utility for the CTs.
Not even a flash.
Just have to fight it. Timing shot. No one's there. Second flash comes over. VQ sees one crossing. That's going to be calmed over. Flames at her back. Players in front of her. The feed lights up as her crosshair spots one on the cross. She's anticipating this push in coffins. Angelica now called in to support. Fluxo a pause, hoping this player finds something, and Anorex does. Angelica caught off.
Astra's not known.
Time and issue, Astra unknown, but doesn't matter. Dismantle and Viku run over. It's NRX until she falls. Time, can D7 deny? Oh, just about gets it down. HE doesn't bounce. Younger with the orb, falls back. Hanka throws the flames. Poppins on fire, falls back to New Box. They want to isolate her. Want to find this kill that gives them the chance. They have a smoke. They have a HE. They've recovered. Still Poppins survives. A leg shot. And the cross to Dark. Poppins is doing it all. Oh, and she does. She stands tall. And Fluxo force overtime.
And this Ana X Factor, 3 kills in that round. Na'Vi deliberately made it difficult. Viku gives the communication over. Ana X is in church, just leave her. 30 seconds left, it becomes weird. Why is no one peeking? Where do I go? How do I encounter this? But finally, there was a CT push, and sure, they were ready, but not prepared enough.
It was a nice position from Anorex, right? Because Angelka has to clear tree first, right? She looks to the left, and Anorex is holding the exact angle to account for that swing.
And you got
to see, there it is.
Yeah, but also, again, in this situation as well, the fact that Poppins gets out from like New Box to Dark and then can just move in tandem with Younger, who gets the leg shot on the player. If that tag doesn't come through, I think Poppins is dead.
It's crazy she avoids all that utility, right? The flames land forward, 2 HEs go to her. 1 bounces awry. Divine intervention for the demons.
Ain't that ironic?
They're the ones looking to rain on Navi's wedding day. Might not even be allowed to be the bridesmaid.
This is clever from Viku, right? Because you've always had this apps pop. This time, this double apartment setup. Viku can take the contact, fall away, and that baits in D7. They're going to try and evict them before they're even on the premises. Missed shot. D7 goes around the corner, can hear the utility, knows they come in top bracket. So into Boiler she goes. Angelka with the contact, and D7 with the swing. A 4 versus 2. We've seen Na'Vi drop the ball on these before, but getting the bomb over is going to be a tricky task in itself.
Yeah, Young is anticipating this push down banana, but I think Na'Vi don't need to overextend.
Look at D7, she's rerouted. She's now just in towards balcony. Is she going to be prepared? She's trying to clear every angle, but overlooked is Josie.
Yeah, she was on the Josie hunting mission. That was her entire objective.
Can you get the bomb over still? I don't think so. Never mind, Hanka's not peeking. There is a pathway, a slight gap that's been hit.
Yeah, they're giving them the space. Oh, the Molotov? That's demonic. They could have just planted for free, but no, they go back for more. And now it's a 2-on-2. Fluxo have found the way through. There is this push to apartments again. Astra takes the space. Angelka coming through the short side. The AWP though, inside holding for Astra. But stuck between long. There's a timing here perhaps that Astra can hit. Unknown so far. Now she is. And the attention can divert. No one's coming long. A smoke to make Josie really uncomfortable. She moves out, but still finds her shot, and Younger hits hers. Fluxo pull that one back from the depths.
Another 2v4. Another 2v4 given over and crafted expertly by Fluxo. Because we're all noting about how the bomb, can it get over? Can they do it? Well, yes. But they're not satisfied with just getting the bomb over. They want safe passage. They want reassurances that this afterplant goes even. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're Na'Vi.
That's technically a 2-on-5, really. Viku taking matters into her own hands.
Like she did in the previous, this time actually finding success. It's more than a graze, it's a fatal knockout for Goddess. She has to call from the sidelines. Post-mortem, Fluxo reset. Again, this has worked so often. Why would you change it?
Here they come, D7, you need to be ready. And you need help. It's a good position for her to be in, won't be affected by the flashes. Here they come, she hears them. From up above, they come through. Hanka arrives in time. You can't give up this one, and it doesn't look like they will. Young with the AWP, swings out wide, hits the shot, but Hanka with a critical triple. NAVI get at least one on this CT side.
It's taken them a while to realize as well, but NAVI finally pieced together that Fluxo aren't faking. As soon as you see this developed map control, you can get these rotations over. That's your difference. 2 players come over from B. 3 started there initially, but the rotates were quick and they were there in time. And that gave Hanka the confidence and the space to swing in towards apartments.
Love VQ's pick as well, right? It's the deep smoke that's being thrown pretty quickly by Tees these days. It kind of cuts off both short and long, and VQ knows there's a pocket she can get ahead, take that peek down ramp, because an AWP won't be holding it, right, because of the smoke. You know you've got a chance to maybe catch a player that's holding for an aggressive angle. She finds it, disengages, sets them up. Hanka, rotation, brilliance. Fluxo denied the opportunity to bring this one back. They make every round look scary.
Who comes away with the advantage? Proactive fight up Banana, Astra. Oh, it felt like she was safe, but she wasn't. She gets burned out. And then Goddess drags Viku down to the underworld with her. Hanka looking to stand tall. Oh, what on earth is that?
Angelica's now going to arrive. Astra and Viku go down for free, but Hanka comes with a cost. Can you remove her? She slides into Dark, has the support. And Angelica just spams out Anorex. The bomb's dropped there. Here's a flank through CT. And Hanka falls. Are they going to be prepared for Josie to be here?
There has to be this time, and it has to be calmed over, so Angelica just goes in towards the site. If Angelica removes this player tucked in, then it's game on instead. It might just be game over. D7. 1 versus 2. The bomb's not been picked up yet. Not sure if she can spot this right now.
Her timing's crazy if she goes through coffins.
It's really good.
Because Josie literally just ran through here.
You're not going to know.
They're going to feel like it's got to be CT or it's got to be Banana. And D7, she comes around the coffins. She can deny the bomb going down here. She lines them up, and D7 knocks them down.
The most impactful player for NAVI to date in this tournament continues right when it matters most. And look at this as well from Angelica. Immediately just, right, that's it. Well done, focus. The entire game, it felt like NAVI were in control. It got thrust out from under them. 2 opening kills. Replied back by Hanka.
And finally, a clutch goes the way of NAVI, right?
How long have we been waiting for one of those?
Every single one goes the other way.
Every one.
And D7's got the opener. Not content with all the frags she racked up in the prior. Anorex goes searching though. She's got a great timing pushing. How far does she want to go? They're considering it.
Yeah. You know Fluxo are going to get active. You know this is what they're like. Angelica catches it off. 3 kills to lock in your map pick, maybe. Or at least give yourselves a chance.
Remember, NAVI won 9 gun rounds in the first half on T side. They lost a single gun round.
Oh, it's a taste of your own medicine, Fluxo. How prepared are you going to be, Younger? Oh, the answer's not very. And D7 finds another kill. This one as impactful as the opening because it gets NAVI map point.
Feels like they should have been here half an hour ago.
If not more.
The tenacity of Fluxo, never to be doubted, but now they have to do it again, force a second OT.
As we just take a break and we actually just look at the HUD and we look from left to right, one thing we've been saying continuously, especially online for NAVI, is we think they've got the best rifling core out of all the teams. And that is certainly showing here. You look down the list, you look at how consistent they are from top to bottom. We've had hero moments from Fluxo, sure, but it's the rest of the team looking to stand up and deliver, to be in that same spotlight. NAVI are sharing it all very evenly right now.
It's crazy because VQ was like, it felt like almost 10 kills ahead, but now D7 is overtaken. Marta Asensio has ascended. I hope that's how you pronounce the name. Not missing many heads. Fluxo need 2.
NAVI intent's clear, top brackets, they want it right now. Goddess maybe being set up to have these peaks, but and tell you what, she did well to even get the first, but it's D7 and Astra, it's that duo. Getting more frags, 3 versus 3, as NAVI scale the site.
Yeah, you feel like Astra's good for the double there, but Anorex does well to keep her at bay, keep it even at the very least. Those are sort of rounds, sort of plays that Astra got infamy for and let her cook. That aggression pushing the smoke, that call, gives NAVI the chance to close Inferno. 3 players look to come out through long, but the first test is D7 in the back of the site. As she's proving so difficult to deal with, Poppins gets it done, Viku swings out, and Younger has been the talisman for Fluxo throughout. Time against her, the bomb not there. Flames in front, nothing that she can do, and Viku puts her down. NAVI close Inferno. They are put through the paces by Fluxo, but they do take it down.
Look, it's the fiery pits of hell on Inferno, and you feel like the demons are going to sabotage. They are going to right the wrongs of that CT side. They were made to work, NAVI, but they do get their map pick, as it was last season. It goes the distance. We need overtime once more, and we are not done with this series yet.
Yeah, these 2 teams deserve nothing more than every single map going all of the way. It's what we got last season, where NAVI got eliminated by Fluxo, but now they're the ones that have Fluxo on the ropes. They need to bounce back on Nuke, or their run here in Stockholm is over.
Hanka, what is it about your team and Fluxo? Because like in Dallas, it was 3 maps, OTs and 2 maps, and it was even close to going to OT again. And here it's the same thing. What is it about you and the history with that team?
Madre mia, we are just content creators, you know? We are just having fun, and it's all about this.
It's all about this. All right, when it comes to our desk, most of them predicted Fluxo. Do you think they are underestimating the new NAVI?
No, I think they know that we are a strong team, and they show that on the server that they are just like respecting us a lot. They were not playing that much aggressive as we expected, so like we can clearly see that they're not playing their game, you know.
And how many OTs should we expect from the second map?
Easy win.
Easy win. All right, then good luck.
Thank you so much.
Dead.
It's up. They do smokes, guys. I block them, but they might have smoke.
There's no city smoke.
Okay.
I will help.
I play on you.
Top of first. I watch. Put top of first.
That.
Pull and banana. A flash pull.
I watch pull.
No. Take
Low time,
behind.
guys.
I'm behind. I have
One
banana.
pull.
Banana and side.
I watch pull.
I'm behind banana.
Fontaine. They planting fontaine. Until left side banana. Banana. Nice. I fucking go. Insane.
It was looking like an easy win there for a moment for Hanka in the first half. Not so much once we swapped sides. All of the rounds, the distance, overtime, some of the craziest clutches we have ever seen here, Tilda.
Yeah, I'm actually mind blown. I don't think I ever taken this many notes an entire game. I feel like I've been writing a book about what's happening and I still don't even know what's happened. Like, it went so much back and forth.
And this is just the first chapter, Matt.
Yeah, it's not even a chapter. It's like you're writing a whole bloody series. You got 3 books, and that's just map 1. Like we gotta see what else is happening, especially over towards the next couple of maps. But yeah, Fluxo. It took them a while to warm up into this for sure.
I think that was the little sing-song to get them into it. I don't know what exactly was going on there.
Yeah, they were chilling. But it was good. You know, that tech pause was kind of like a pivot point in the game, right? There was where they really started just to vibe and feel themselves. And then afterwards, look, we made it to OT. They had a very good shot in a couple of those rounds in overtime. But unfortunately, that 1v2, that was just crazy. That was crazy clutch coming out of NAVI. and that one certainly put them over the edge. But look, Inferno, last time they played, it only went to 24 rounds. This time it needed a few more to differentiate who was the better team. And today it was NAVI, but moving into the next couple of maps, I just don't know which way it's going to swing if we're getting this kind of gameplay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both teams' T side was actually, it felt like a masterclass. It was so good. They played around with the rotations. They were so good at inserting lurks. And yeah, I'm just super impressed by both teams' T side. CT side, it was decent, but they were really shining on the T side.
We also did get two of the absolute best individual plays that we've had all tournament long, and they happened in back-to-back rounds. We have to play it again. We have to play it again for you. This 1v4, oh, never mind. We're going to the player of the map right now, D7. She is our player of the map for sure, especially taking over in overtime there, Tilda.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been talking about D7 so much, but with reason too, because she's just been amazing. This whole tournament, she's doing it all. Like, she's lurking, she's making Fluxo scared of rotating because she's always there, and she's making so much space for her team. I feel like she does it all, and just amazed by her.
Yeah, just able to be self-sufficient as well, win these like 1vx scenarios no matter where she is on the map, even if she is or isn't in the clutch. And then you could just see like the crazy amount of impact. You could hear in the interview as well, they were very much expecting Fluxo to be as aggressive as we were kind of expecting that as well. But the fact that Fluxo may have been a little bit nervous, it felt like D7 just had the best possible situation. And every position she was playing to perfection.
Yeah.
Perfection indeed. And perfection was these two clips. We've got them now. Let's give them a watch. This 1v4, I think coming through from Younger really was what allowed us to get to that OT. And man, it was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, definitely. And something about these two clutches also being back-to-back it's incredible to me, because Younger has this amazing pistol round. She clutches, ace clutches even, and that gives them so much momentum, you would think. But then Hanka has her ace with the 5-7, a force buy. And then you think, okay, but now the momentum is all gone. No, they force and win again. Like, it's so back and forth and it's impossible. Like, I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, the financial management was all over the place, but it wasn't because they weren't managing it properly. It was just because we kept on seeing flip-floppy rounds, crazy clutches going both ways. Fluxo showed what they're capable of, and at least they managed to get that confidence towards the end. You're pushing it to OT, and that confidence is going to be crucial moving to Nuke.
Now, I will say, despite the fact that Navi take the dub here, I think there were very serious signs for concern, especially once they were up in that lead, Tilda. There was one round you wanted to tell straight for.
Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about this round in specific because it showed a bit of nerves, I would say, maybe from Navi. Can start this one because I just want to explain this really nice setup here from Navi. So we can pause. So we see here, Navi is in, Navi is in a really good setup here. On A, we have Veto under balcony. We have one boosted up, and I think even. Wait, no,
Circles,
I'm
they're attacking.
Same. I don't have tools. Okay, I'm not gonna zoom anymore. Okay. Anyways, we can start the clip. We have a really nice setup here by Navi. And this is what I want to talk about. So, Fluxo is taking their space in apps, and it takes a lot of time. And I think Navi is getting a little bit nervous, and that's why D7 choose to push apps soon in a minute. We're gonna see that we're still we're holding, we're in a good setup, we don't really know what's happening, but we have all the info we need right now. We don't have mid, but we don't have B, but we have mid. But for some reason we feel stressed and we want to push and get info like this. We can pause. And that's what's costing them this round basically. We don't leave, we leave the setup and it's just going down after that. So a little bit of nerves maybe from them, but either way they won the game, so I'm just being a bit perfectionist right now. But yeah.
I think it's still a great point to raise though, right? Because we saw this as well in their FlyQuest game where there were some issues where we expected them to be dominant. There were maybe some wobbles, there were maybe some nerves, there maybe weren't quite as dialed in as we've come to expect from the NAVI Javelins, and that was their map pick.
Yeah.
now we're headed further into the series. Is that a sign of potential trouble?
Absolutely. I mean, both teams played very good CS, but it wasn't perfect for none of them, like especially the CT side. We saw stuff also like not holding the mollies. Things we explained earlier today with FlyQuest, like you do a molly, but you don't really do it for something, like you don't hold if they're actually in the molly. Stuff like that, but I think it's mostly into nerves, honestly.
Yeah, it's just like small mistakes, right? Like you're dumping utility really early. Inferno, it's a map where you kind of need to hold that utility. I guess they were expecting Fluxo, you know, to be more aggressive, so that's why you'd see that super early utility getting used rather than it getting held. I think it might be a different affair over on Nuke. I feel like Fluxo are going to play a different game. They'll talk about that one. They've had a little bit of time to chat to each other and decide, you know, we need to play our game. We did not just play our game. Yes, we got to OT when we started to feel ourselves, but it just wasn't enough. It really wasn't enough. And Nuke, you need to take that. You need to angle for the reverse sweep. And look, Ancient's going to be incredibly difficult once we get there because NAVI are so damn good on that map.
Once we get there, you're that confident. I know you love some Brazilians on Nuke. You feel like this is locked in?
Yeah. I read the script. I wrote the script, actually.
He wrote the script.
Yeah.
Tilda, you feeling that confident?
It's so hard. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm very 50-50 because I feel like this game we just watched was 50-50 and it was Navi's pick, so no, I'm gonna go for Navi, honestly.
Okay, so we've got a Decisive, we've got a flip-flopper, and I'm gonna decisively send us through to our break because it's time for that next map of play, Nuke, when we come back.
Okay, ladies, so we are here in Sweden. We are in Stockholm. We are here for Impact and we are here for CS. But I want to have like a little quiz and I want to check out how good you know, maybe not specifically Sweden, but some of the most famous Swedish people. Because the nervous laughter. I mean, I'm pretty sure like you won't know most of them. You might just like not know. You'll be surprised that they're actually Swedish. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, let's start with this famous person. Is there a chance you know who this is?
Of course. Should I say it?
Yes.
Avicii, no?
Yes.
Avicii. Yes.
Yes, this is. It's like you were like a bit worried. No, it's all good. It's
Okay,
all good.
okay.
We're
This is
good
good for Jenny. Like
it's
her style.
This is your music. This is your kind of music.
Yeah, like
This. All right. Maybe we can continue on this topic because I'm now bringing you this person.
Oh, I know it. And Jenny too.
I know it.
Yes, we
talking
actually
about
talked about her the other day.
Yes.
She was like, I didn't know she was Swedish. And me and Julie at the same time we said, she looks Swedish.
She does.
Yeah, but
she does look Swedish.
She does look Swedish, you know? Like everyone we saw today here at the arena, he looked like her.
Yeah. It's like the blonde hair, it's like the blonde, it's like all of this.
Yes, it's Zara Larsson.
It is Zara Larsson, yes. It's like another musician, like you can kind of say like maybe the queen of pop in Sweden, but also like really popular outside Sweden.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe this person that you also see quite often on social media.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, what's his name?
You don't know?
I know who he is. I'm not remember the name.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yes.
Ibrahimovic.
Well, what does he do?
Football.
Yeah.
He's very good.
He's very good. Yes, he is very good.
Very tall.
Very tall.
Yes, he is.
Next person on the list.
Oh, she's an actress.
Yes.
But I don't know her name. I just saw a movie with her. I'm very bad with names.
What kind of movie?
Yeah,
what was the movie?
I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
Like this is actual photo?
Now it tilts me. You know when you know we saw the person.
I don't know. If I look this, like I don't know, yeah, I'm gonna be like full wrong.
Did you watch June? June?
She's the mother.
No.
She's the mother. In
Yes. She's the mother in Watch Dune. What's her name?
Rebecca Ferguson.
Rebecca.
But yeah, probably you would never say that she's Swedish because of how good of an actress she is, like at mimicking like different accents and stuff. So yeah.
She looks cute, but not Swedish because of the hair.
Yeah.
All right, then now we are going to another field.
Black and white.
Black
it
and
means.
It means that we're gonna be dumped.
Yeah.
Can you guess what did this person do for a living?
I'm even scared to say. Like imagine I say something so bad.
You say something bad, and I say something bad.
I'm gonna get cancelled.
But you know, like, if you look at her, because like even
it looks like from books. No.
Yes. Because like even like how
I can read
sitting.
people. Give me your hand.
Yes, she is a writer.
Oh, I'm so smart. That's all I know.
Okay, name. Hannah. Look at her eyes.
She has very kind eyes.
Yeah, she has. But I don't know who is she, but I instantly thought about it, like writing.
Astrid Lindgren.
Astrid.
I mean, the second name is not...
Ling.
Ling. The second name is not weird, but the first one, I had no idea.
Yeah. Do you read books? Is like something like
you like?
Yeah, but I used to. I mean, I read English and in my language too, in Portuguese. But
what kind of books do you prefer?
I mean, I like fantasy books, really like a lot, and romance, and also like suspense, like thriller.
Let's go for this person. This is another, to everyone's surprise, Swedish person.
Wow.
I like the other people more. I don't know who he is.
Let's try to guess the field. What does he do?
Like, is it esports related or not?
Yes.
I thought the same, but I don't know. But
You're
like
scared to say it, Jenny.
Yes.
You need to say it.
Sorry, I will work on it.
Communication is the key. Communication is the key.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna fuck that, yeah. I know it's not. Because Markelov is not.
No.
Because Markelov is definitely not Swedish.
I don't know.
No.
So imagine.
Markelov.
I don't know. Okay, Swedish players. Old Nip, NIP, but it's.
But I don't
Even
even.
F.
No, it starts with an H.
H?
Hitton?
Yes, it's Hitton.
Nice, Jenny.
You got a hard one. Yeah,
Nice.
yes, this is
Okay,
Hitton
nice.
keys and the
I
X.
don't know.
I'm proud of myself. My dad teach me.
Thank you very much. I
We
hope
finished.
we're done.
It was so hard at the end.
Oh my god. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oi.
Yes.
That first map really had everything, and now here on Nuke, it's still got the potential to have everything. As you can see, we haven't got all the players in the server just yet, but we are working on it. Nuke waits in the wings. Lucy, look, we know that NAVI, this used to be familiar home turf for them, but against Fluxo, against this team, they have always struggled. And they haven't really shown too much on Nuke recently as well. Can we see a third?
I actually think we will. Yeah, I used to have so much faith in the NAVI Nuke, but we know the story. I've already kind of retailed a few times, right? It was their go-to pick for so long until Enigma Galaxy let them pick it against them in a grand final, 13-0'd them, and then they kind of stopped picking it from there. We obviously saw them pick it, or allow it go through as a decider in their opening game versus Imperial, where they showed some decent stuff, but ultimately got outclassed on the second half there. So I feel that with Fluxo's prowess on this map domestically, it's very hard for NAVI to win this. However, they do have the momentum of having won that map, even if it was in dramatic fashion. That's a little crushing for Fluxo, so they have a bit of a boost from that.
It's one of those where I think if NAVI Javelins just reset and play the way we're used to seeing NAVI play Nuke, where you put Hanka outside and she can be aggressive, you can let D7 let ramp, for example. I feel like that's going to go like an awfully lot better than compared to what we saw against Imperial. I think that Imperial were really prepared for that Nuke pick, even if they weren't really expecting it in the Veto. It looked like they'd done their homework, and it was just simple fundamentals that are really getting them over the line.
Yeah, and I think for NAVI, the key thing here is the two individuals you want to be performing for Nuke were performing on Inferno. Veto throughout, and I feel like Hanka really started to step up towards the end, right? Joined D7 towards the top of the board. So with those two players online in such pivotal positions on this map, Fox are going to have their work cut out for them for sure. They do start on the T side, as you'd expect for their map pick, and as we've sort of seen, that is where they do their best work, so I actually don't think they're too upset about that. We saw NAVI really struggle against Imperial early on with their T side. They also pissed around twice. So they really do need to be prepared for the aggression that Fluxo show.
The thing is, though, I think with something the desk was saying, and it was you weren't really allowed to play your own game. And I feel like that sentiment was really true for Fluxo on that first half. And that makes me think, look, that NAVI are going to expect this Nuke pick to come in. You think about the amount of reps, sure, not recently as a team, but think about all the reps that combined this team has sort of played over the last couple of weeks. They were picking it consistently, like IESF, right? Like that core Team Poland were electing to consistently play that map, and obviously playing it in the best of one against Imperial. It's a statement of intent. I think they're going to be prepared. I think they're going to be ready for this, to be honest. I think it's going to be 2-0.
Yeah, well, okay. I want to believe it. You know me, I'm the biggest NAVI fan out here. I have them pegged to take the whole thing, but they've had to do it the hard way so far, and Fluxo are definitely not making it easy for them. I think if it had been that 13-3, 13-4 scoreline that they kind of look set to take on map one, I'd be feeling, yeah, it's an easy 2-0, but Fluxo fought back, and I was so impressed by what the individual was showing. We talk about VQ and how strong she was. Younger, I mean, what a brilliant performance from her throughout. She was going toe-to-toe. She was the only one for Fluxo that was performing, really, it felt, for some time. Goddess had some big rounds, and then finally those two did enough to get the others online to force us to that overtime. But here, they have to do it all because backs are against the wall. Fluxo need this map if they want to stay alive in Stockholm. NAVI Javelins return to a comfort of theirs on Nuke and a chance to 2-0 and go straight to semis.
Nade, Molly. Where's that going? Doesn't matter because Fluxo are running in towards ramp. D7 takes the first contact and immediately gets rid of Anna X. There's so many players in towards ramp. The Fluxo 1A. Astra waiting in main. Can't find the kill initially, but they are in heaven.
VQ's come over and found one. Still two players here. Not the room to plant the bomb because that was the bomb that went down. Now they're overwhelming. They're not allowing them to plant, but they're not finding the kills either. Young is somehow still alive. Poppins, both of them are low. A smoke will land on VQ, but she'll just peek ahead of it. She always does this. And Astra finds that final kill. Fluxo made the right call, right? They go towards ramp. They see 3 players there, right? D7 gets the kill. They immediately pounce on the A. They get the first kill. But NAVI don't let them get the space. They don't let them get comfortable. They don't let the bomb go down.
And that's it. It's this consistent feeling of being uncomfortable. And it's all about just tempo shifts within a round. The fact that Viku and Angelka have got that much space out of heaven in the first place, the proactiveness of the rotate. Excellent from NAVI. Glocks. That's it for Fluxo. So NAVI can go back to a familiar feeling, having a consistent basis in the first half. And you got to remember, Inferno, that was 9-3, and that was with Fluxo getting the pistol and the conversion. Dink for Hanka, not going to upset her off angle enough to at least guarantee information and to guarantee the kills, lighting up the feed in favor of NAVI.
Yeah, they'll lose Hanka, but it's okay. Oh, actually, the bomb's been allowed down, so that's a decent little boon for Fluxo.
Perfect.
The SMGs get a few Ah! Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Just a friendly little drop down. The knife comes out. It doesn't quite connect. A little spooky for a moment there.
You take that, though. Full Glocks, 2 kills, bomb down. For a position that was looking like you weren't going to find anything, at least you've got something.
Fun little just thing to bring up here that kind of came to fruition in that little 1v1. Maybe D7 brings out the knife and tries to Goomba spot Jersey, because you got to remember, they were teammates for a period. Like a bigger keeper.
1 season. Maybe D7 to actually go toe-to-toe with her in this head-to-head. Right here on ramp. Hoppin's being very aggressive in towards top main. Where'd you go if you're Fluxo? Well, the route for Goddess at least seems to be down secret for the minute. Is there a rotate? Not yet.
Now a player does go down the vent, so Na'Vi fully aware of this possibility. Astra is down. Goddess just holds to see if there's an aggression out towards Secret.
A bit of an aggress.
Bit of an aggress. But no, Na'Vi looking to push the issue. So maybe when they do, it's when Fluxo aren't ready. D7 is the one caught off. 2 players creep and crawl into her, and now Goddess's patience. Will she be rewarded? Just about. The FAMAS betrays. And so the space down to B is allowed. But it's not going to be easy. Hanka catches 1. 3 on 4. Do you want to give this a look in? Maybe not now.
Yeah, interesting decision there. Just in the mid round there for Na'Vi with D7 pushing ramp while she got the 2 players pushing in towards Heart. Sure, you want to have that lobby crunch. But D7's got no support, and then that just completely puts the players out of position from Na'Vi.
Yeah, I think the problem was, right, she had that deep smoke and she'd peeked like a few seconds before, maybe like 4 or 5, and had seen almost a trophy that no one was close, right? So she was going to go after the lobby players, but they were just way more progressed than she anticipated. The timing of it, not great for Na'Vi, but CS is a game of timings, and Fluxo get on the board.
Very controlled round as well from Fluxo, because you've got the outside smoke, you've got Goddess that's made it down, you've still got the outside control with pop-ins, just taking control towards top main. And Josie never peeks, never even gives D7 that inch to have that fight in towards ramp. And when they go in towards ramp, she's outnumbered.
There's a chance there. Astra hits the first shot, but not the follow-through that would have done the job. Bai comes back in. D7 comes close to this smoke. A dangerous game to play. Fluxo, their default, very slow and deliberate.
Yeah, D7's played the same way on ramp solo. 2 rounds out of 2. Drops the molly early, then jiggles with the smoke. Heard from Hanka, surely. Poppins puts on notice. They will trade positions, and Poppins actually comes out on top, and she looks for Viku, and will find her, just not in the way that she anticipates.
Yeah, Goddess got down as well. D7 forced off ramp, will get down and away, and Jelka's also in towards the vent, so she knows can cover of Goddess. In fact, the rotations, everyone is down on this lower side, but D7 falls first. Goddess might get caught here, and she will. Low HP on Anorex as well. This fight towards double, this is everything. The swing around, Anorex wins it with low HP. And with Josie getting that kill on the VQ, it's all on Angelka, and she cannot get it done.
Rotates were there this time for NAVI. They were so quick. It's just the fact that Anorex is able to deal with D7 far quicker than I think NAVI Javelins were anticipating. Expects her to stay alive for just a few seconds longer.
Crazy she gets that second as well with low HP.
But that would have created the space because Goddess would have been dealt with. And it's 2 players swinging on double. Poppins does really well to create all this space outside. Wins the fight onto Hanka. Just delays that rotation from Heaven. They're really working the extremities here, Fluxo.
NAVI onto pistols. Fluxo just go outside where they've got the advantage of the weaponry and they can just cross down secret. No utility to disrupt it. And Jelkazu sadly won't see a lot of action in this round. So Fluxo poised to take the lead in a moment. Angelka might be able to get herself a cheeky little kill, so maybe the Zeus will come into play. There we go. That's an AK for Angelka, and she started strong, so definitely a weapon you want in her hands if she's allowed to keep it.
Ramp's been the key focus. That's been the thorn in the side so far for NAVI. You know, I wonder how much Fluxo are going to press the issue on this.
Okay, yeah, that's why you want it in her hands.
Nice shot. I wonder how much it's going to just press the issue, though. Because D7 consistently being forced off, having to go down in towards ramp. Giving up that space at a bare minimum. Is that part of the master plan, or is it all just a little bit of conditioning? We know Fluxo are aggressive. We know they love these upper sight hits.
Yeah, so far that default been slow. See if there's a variation as the guns return. VQ's AWP comes into play. And Younger is on top of T-Roof, so...
They're setting up for it.
It does feel this is going to be the direction VQ's AWP is over at Ram. This does mean the rifles will be in play on A. Utility comes over. Astra in the top side, able to find one. Can't quite get the second, but it's enough damage done for D7. The AWP standing ramp is actually a massive boon for NAVI because it means they got riflers to deal with this hit. And D7, finally, a chance for her to shine. Got it with low HP. Feels impossible. Players in every direction. That's a really nice kill onto the first, though. D7 extends. This player on the right side of main, there was maybe a chance, but Hanka won't allow it.
Yeah, twofold, because you set up for the A defense, but you also just set up the ramp defense as well by putting the AWP there. Nice idea for Fluxo to go for that hit. You know the utility's going to be a little bit barren for NAVI, but there just weren't enough flashes to get them onto the site in the first place. Free reign out of Astra. Normally you get blinded by the one that comes through the right-hand side vent. You got Angelka that can just stay poised, and you're right, extra element of D7, it's enough. It was a really simple defense there for NAVI.
Yeah, because you know, if VQ had been the rotator instead of D7, right, it could have been slightly difficult for them to hold on, but Astra in particular does so well, just tucking in, swinging out from rafters after the flashbangs, 1 and almost 2.
That's what I mean. Like, there's just no flashes at all. Like, D7's the only one that's just kind of blinded.
Yeah, whichever ones they threw, because I feel like Younger had some. They had a couple of players top T-Roof, but didn't find the connection, or at least NAVI were able to avoid them.
Back to basics then. That didn't work. You go back to what did. The slow creep outside, the drop onto top main. Double nades, targeted onto Angelka, but they missed the mark, but VQ doesn't miss hers.
Five on 4 for NAVI. Anchor holds across through main. We're in see if Poppins jumps over, but VQ from Heaven is spotting. Diagonals land. And a slow crawl from Goddess. NAVI have been happy to allow this down. Goddess, in fact, cops a dink through that smoke as she crosses. That might even have been heard by Hanka, possibly.
It's interesting here that they don't rotate immediately. Hanka's actually the one to be tested in a garage. They've got no idea she's there, and they all line up for her. Hanka the Hannibal at back garage gets rid of 3 players, and Goddess, who was the first one to get dinked in all of this gunfire, now has to just sit in secret and remain one for 35 seconds.
Really looked like Hanka was done for then. There were players honed in on her position, anticipating someone would be there, and even the first kill's not the cleanest, but she's able to control that spray.
Just line up.
Bodies litter the garage. Serial killer. Hanka buries them. Goddess will be allowed to hold onto her AK just about. It's a poor prize when the rest of the squad around 3,000 or so each.
There was a tell there. I'm not sure what it was, but there was a tell for NAVI not to rotate down immediately and just to remain outside. Biku still remained in heaven. No one actually rotated secret once.
5-on-4, didn't feel the pressure. Will just be the eco around Goddess.
That dribble smoke to top mains missed as well. So if there was a player there, they could profit from it. Instead, it's just Hanka at Unbreakable. Looking to be undeniable as Fluxo looked across, but Goddess has the chance but can't take it. It's Hanka again. These sprays are unbelievable.
So much damage inflicted. Viku's there to help out as well.
Catch.
One goes deep, and between the two of them, they are cleaning house. Astra wants a piece of the pie. She'll take it. There's an AK. Not for you. You're stuck on that FAMAS.
I think the same questions are still popping up for me on these CT sides for NAVI, and that is online. They were throwing variation after variation. They were keeping their opponents guessing so consistently. Again, we've not seen that out of them at all on this map, and to be fair, it has been working. And I think Fluxo are really anticipating something to happen, and then nothing is.
It's very similar against Imperial, but here is that something. Very fast, incredibly fast. Not a bit too fast.
C2.
Players on the roof.
You do C2 and the bomb's down.
Yeah, now you know it was going to be a setup for this A-pop, but you've kind of burst the bubble. A few choices here. You've got VQ sitting back garage watching the cross-through main, so you know the only way they can come is through either the ladder or through the entrance to lobby.
Cool play as well. Do you think Fluxo, the only reaction they've had when outside and ramp hasn't been working is to go for this A-pop. So now they go, oh, you want to go A? Come try it. Astra unsettled by the molly, but there's so many players in close support.
Yeah, she also dropped the smoke at the same time, so they couldn't immediately try and capitalize on that space they created. I like the idea of dropping the molly. They have no HE either, so they just have to fight through this. Getting ready for it. Again, 3 players lie here. Molly, again, actually gets extinguished. Oh no, it does go through, sorry.
Yeah, you heard the barbecuing at the feet of Goddess.
Flames in lobby everywhere. I mean, the round's done. Younger acknowledges that they didn't even get started on this one. Very cool.
Yeah, there's that tempo switch. Ask and you shall receive, say NAVI. 6 rounds now on the CT side. They double the scoreline. I called it breathing room in map 1. Let's see whether it truly is.
That one sucks for Fluxo.
Yeah, that's horrible. Look at the money.
It's the same situation
terrible.
with Goddess, right? But it feels worse because 2 players now still have everything. But 3 can't really. Good time to call the pause. Yeah, NAVI in that game versus Imperial, they actually were adapting to that T side that Imperial were bringing forward. Even though they got off to a slow start to it, they acknowledged that Imperial were basically just sitting in lobby. So NAVI just let them sit there. They didn't push, they didn't give them the opportunity to catch them off guard. Forced Imperial to make the plays. Employing a similar strategy against Fluxo, not opening any opportunity to get caught off guard.
What do you even do here with this buy? Maybe A pop, maybe just rush ramp. You were getting the success on D7 there. You're not really tested her in a few rounds. Instead, it's going to be straight through, but straight into Hanka. They tried to get down the vent, but it didn't work. Here we go, over to ramp.
They get through. An immediate disengage, a smoke dropped, in fact.
That's such a good smoke from D7. That just wastes so much time.
They smoked off hell as well, right? So they have nowhere to go right now. Might try and force their way through to the orb, but Viku, a nice little collateral for her. Seen 2 collaterals from this position so far this event.
Oh.
Hello. Astra will take down her IGL counterpart.
What a smoke from D7. That just forces all of them into Viku.
Who could have been under pressure there, right, against the pistols?
Nah, she's fine.
Yeah, well, when you get a collateral, you do feel fine.
7-3. History could repeat. It has a tendency to do so. Could be another one of these 9-3 halves. Josie knew nothing about that orb shot
She was just running through a smoke, and next thing, she's just watching on.
Oh, that nade.
Ouch.
You want to set up for A. Again, the only thing that has been the reaction, the only sort of change in the pace has been these A hits. This util needs to be spot on.
NAVI got 4 AKs, by the way. They feel good on this defense. D7's the one in heaven. Remember, Viku, when they found success on the last A hit, also started ramp, so D7 was the first responder. So they're going to have 4 players so quick. They know. Look at the positioning. They have 2 towards main.
It's so obvious. Flashbangs this time a little bit better, but the block utility is greater for NAVI. They still got smokes. They want to go again. Flash, dodge, not quite. And somehow, some way, Astra stays alive, but only for a second. Hanka walks through Squeaky, but can't find anything except certain death. Fluxo find a way through.
Somehow. Can Viku offer anything up? Players are low, doesn't matter with the AWP. She'd love a rifle right now. Oh, okay. Is there a chance? Is there a world? If there was ever someone to offer it up, it is Viku. But no, Younger from below with the killing blow. You think when that first pump fails, when they have all the players close by, that NAVI are going to lock them out. They had so many players ready to defend. But Astra absolutely gets wrecked by that flashbang. The spray goes wild. Hanka gets caught off by that second player pushing through the smoke at door. Every kill goes the way of Fluxo.
Yeah, I mean, look, respect for them for committing through that in its entirety. And yeah, because Astra's caught off guard and Jelka isn't ready for them to be scaling so quickly, everything slots into place. So it is that 4th round. And now your expectations change. 4-5, actually not the end of the world here for Fluxo, considering how dominant this was looking for NAVI.
Absolutely. On Nuke. And they find that 5th. Running it back. Yeah, straight in. Astra, different position this time. No molly on Hut. Has room to work. Not cleared. Has an opportunity to strike, and she does for 2. This time, everything comes up NAVI. Double the round count at the half. We
9 first half rounds wasn't enough for NAVI on Inferno, but maybe 8 on Nuke CT side could be. First, we have to see whether Fluxo can take the pistol, whether it's in convincing fashion or another clutch of a lifetime.
Yeah. That's the way Fluxo did it in Inferno to bring him back. Flashes, good. They started charging, but Goddess's dual Berettas are doing damage. Anorex as well. No need for a clutch. No need at all. Only one found from NAVI.
Much better. Very clean. And the initial flash caught off the Heaven player, but Goddess, unchecked, uncleared, unbothered by all the NAVI players just outpouring through the door, through the hut. She had it all covered. No bomb plant, no money, full eco for NAVI. As they want to get the rifles out as soon as possible.
While the eco rattles through.
Yeah, quick.
Okay, quickly. NAVI
Okay, stop.
in their history. Okay,
That's
fine.
sick,
No,
go on.
it's fine. Whatever, it's fine.
No, I'm joking, go on.
I don't know, that's fine. I wanted you to guess which teams that NAVI have lost to ever.
Okay. Imperial,
Imperial, twice.
Fluxo,
Once, in OT.
VP Angels?
No. Bigger keeper.
Ah.
And Chichu Oya,
It was between the two.
also in OT.
It was between the two. They lost on Anubis against VP Angels. I knew it was somewhere deep in the memory bank. Yeah, then there was that second map. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, record's good. 20 wins, 6 losses.
Yeah, pretty good. That's over a 3 KD.
That's across 3 years. Oh, Hank has been spammed out very low. The way she wanted to start this first gun round. A burst onto ramp. Josie avoids the utility. The flash doesn't hit her. She's the one swinging punches. Straight to the skull. 2 fall.
She says to D7, that's how it's done, by the way. Forces NAVI back. And Fluxo are ready for this. They've got so many players. You got the Heaven support, you got the top hut barrage that can come in with bullets, with utility. NAVI are still looking to commit, but that molly is going to push VQ back at least a little bit.
Oh, it's a tough one though, isn't it? Hanka with 10 HP. It's not a bad call just to save.
You could get down the vent, in theory.
Okay, well, I think a player's holding from Garage. You got Anorex above. There's the kill. Goes on to the low HP player too, so that's not too bad. And they do want to drop. They do want to get down, and they will. They'll find their way down. They've got a smoke on Astra.
They can plant.
At the very least, you think a bomb plant should be possible.
Oh.
Even a swing to find the kill. They want to give themselves a chance for Josie. Blinded in the open, somehow still standing. She's done so much damage. If that had been clean, there was a chance for NAVI, but with such little HP on both, how do you find your way into this? Maybe that's the chance. VQ can't connect. 15 HP, not an option. 1 round the difference as Fluxo take the first gun round.
Tell you what, though, that was a chance. That's the key thing. There were so many opportunities there that could have been given over to NAVI. Firstly was that kill on Josie. Second was that one that VQ had, but no. No chances taken. No round effectively lost by Fluxo. They continue to build. They want to make sure that all of those mistakes of Inferno are put behind them. They are still well within their rights to owning this series.
Yeah, slow starters, but strong finishes. And, you know, considering they had a very slow start on Inferno and almost finished it in style.
They're going quick. Flashbangs out. Tech 9's in hand.
Straight into A. Poppins. No, down the vent. Spots one on the cross. Spam. Goes both ways.
No vent rotate. So you can actually get the bomb down here despite this. D7 can lock it in.
Okay, it's something to work with. Astra's wanting to catch rotations as well down Secret, but I don't know if she'll get the chance. VQ tries the cross.
Oh, this is so weird.
Oh, Hanka's sitting on the other side of the smoke. They suspect her, but Astra's taken the contact. Astra's taken 2.
And now you won't know about Hanka.
what?
Maybe you
Astra
don't even
gets
need her.
They got the Molotov too. Astra drops. She'll go towards double. They spotted one, the molly goes forward. Still pretty good position for Fluxo with the HP.
Smoke's not on the bomb.
It's not being diffused, not being stuck. HE, Astra being a nuisance. Hanka falls, and it's Astra doing everything. The IGL takes all 5. Astronomical.
I can't believe this, because I honestly thought that the way that Astra's setting that up in towards top main, she's getting the 2 kills, Hanka's going to be the one to get that 3rd, and even in the 2v2, there's so much chaos going on. The Fluxo have got no idea which way is up. The smoke, not even on the bomb. Astra had a nade, it doesn't matter. The Tech 9s, we said we needed a round out of her. We finally got one, and how important that might prove to be for NAVI.
Welcome to the server, Astra. Highest rated player for this squad during the regular season. Reminds us why.
We know she's pretty damn good with pistols. That puts Fluxo at breaking point. 1 rebuy in, you lose this, you're in deep, deep waters. And Veto just drags and submerges Younger.
Taking liberties is Veto. Goddess is hearing a lot of this commotion outside. D7 in charge of any sort of push into lobby.
This is a classic, isn't it? You got the outside creep, and now you got Hanka going. Yeah. Calm, collected. Angelica will get the trade. You still know that Anorex is here. She needs to swing. She needs to confirm the kill. Will do it. 3 versus 2, but space is on B.
Goddess can't get there in time. She realizes I cannot drop.
Yeah, you got to save. Or maybe you reset in towards ramp. Bomb only being planted just now. There is a kit. There are a lot of utility here, but if you don't get the kill in the next few seconds, you're done for.
Viku's forced into the open by the flames, but she just swings into Tetris, and she'll take down both. Viku with the 3K. She has been unstoppable in every single map. And NAVI knew the exact reaction from Fluxo there. They find the pick outside, they wait, they pause. They know this push comes to lobby. D7 finds hers, and Jelka gets one too. Sure, they both fall, but the damage is done.
Especially with how passive the outside player was, right? Like, you know that the main player isn't going to swing because, again, it's one of these one-on-ones. So the way to create maybe an opportunity for yourself is to push in towards lobby, is to get ahead of this info. That's a back-breaking round. That's your economy reset. It's just USPs.
Cars 1v4 was the turning point on map 1, and Astra's 5K with the Tech 9. What turns the tides for NAVI here? The moment the Fluxo would have equalized and run away. Instead, it's NAVI poised now to find 11. VQ has so much confidence. Why wouldn't she?
You know it's an eco, so you don't see any contact here. It still could be a stat. There could be a player boosted, but you got your rifler in support. You got all this space for free. First time that Fluxo even started anyone down secret, and it comes at the cost of a 5-7.
They're not tripping over their shoelaces here. Fluxo haven't even had a chance to tie any knots that they wouldn't be expecting. Very calm. They see the broken window. So like, all right, someone's around.
And there she is, dealt with by Hanka. Goddess trying to come back up and link with her teammates. Hanka just trying to live.
I'm not here, guys. I left.
Is there an angle that you can find her in? Yes, there is. And now you can boost up here to get the AK, so at least that's something.
She was just hoping she'd be hidden. Hide and go find Hanka. She will get caught. But it's a very small prize for Fluxo to take.
I don't even think they live.
Right. So at least we'll get away with hers, but yeah. No other weapons to scavenge. No AWP for Younger. Hello, James. Where are your friends?
Oh. Two rounds now the difference. 2 rounds separating NAVI Javelins from not only a 2-0 over Fluxo, not only revenge against the South Americans, but a semi-final performance, potentially, against Furia. 2 representatives here from South America this season in ESL Impact. And the fact that NAVI potentially have got the chance to eliminate them both, that doesn't set up a rivalry. I don't know what will.
Oh, yeah. And for NAVI, this is revenge from last season. The same position, Fluxo knocked them out. That took 3 maps. 2 OTs. We've had 1 OT. We might not get that 3rd map. D7. Oh! Looks to catch pop-ins, but can't convert. That was a good opportunity. Squandered.
Instead, it's the Diags. Cross close to the smokes, so the Heaven players can't see you. Younger just holding the edge just in case NAVI wants to go in towards Garage. Instead, they go secret, but one player is lying in wait down here. That is Goddess.
This is tough. Goddess is just going to block as well. Oh, no, she's not. She's the one that's blocked by Viku. You're not sending her any messages. Ben's locked off. The only rotation point now ramp. Josie instead pushes into lobby. Younger will start to rotate, but the control is lost. Smoke will land. They scale out of that position.
Oh, that smoke's a little bit damning, actually. Fluxo can try and play around that. Molly's now been extinguished.
They're expecting a response. It's just not come yet. They're confused. Now it comes. Everyone's at ramp. And Angelka, Hanka, Viku chiming in kills for everybody. And it's only 1 for the CTs. Younger. A brilliant Inferno. A brilliant clutch. Needs another. Or NAVI finds series point. She wants it. She feels she needs it, but she's not given anything. No one presents themselves.
And whilst it's bittersweet, it's the next best option. It's the AWP, and it's your retreat. It's whether NAVI will even allow you to hold on to that luxury. You can see that Angelka is hunting. It's that core. It's that experienced triad of NAVI Javelins players that all chime in. Younger, a swing, and, well, technically a miss. Now needs to live. Now needs to fight for survival. Not just for her sake, but also for Fluxo Demons. Angelka closes the net. But it will be the one. And it will be enough. Sniper carried over. But series point locked in for NAVI.
Viku with 20 kills and 9 deaths. That kill under Goddess, she had no chance to respond. She's holding the slither gap to drop that smoke. You feel it's a free position to get that slight jiggle and then drop.
Should get the smoke off.
Well, that is true. You can't get away from Viku. Not today. Where D7's having a quieter game, the rest of the rifle core have all stepped up.
She did enough on Inferno.
Yeah.
Now she's just napping.
Having a little nap, exactly.
And this is what you've been left with to try and survive. That AWP that did make it through, but surrounded by SMGs. Younger this time starts secret. But has the information been relayed? Goddess has been pushing this on occasion. NAVI will be aware that this could be a possibility.
Smoke gets broke, but nothing spotted. NAVI slow on the cross, and in fact, they don't cross close to it. Viku wants that fight, and, well, for good reason. Got the better of Goddess here, but getting the better of Younger feels impossible. Oh, no, yeah. That's why Yorp ready for that fight. No delay. Just deletion.
This is also good if you Fluxo, actually, because you're going to force NAVI to go on the top site hit, and you've got the weapons perfect for the job.
Anorex is close by. Knows a player likely to find their way out here. There's going to be 2. The utility will give up the ghost. 3 players, in fact, come out through the door. Anorex needs to deliver here with the SMG. Out they come. She can't quite find the kill on the D7. Meanwhile, Goddess falls as well. And Poppins too. D7 just charges through. A 2-on-4 if Fluxo want to stay in this. Up the vents comes the AWP. They see nothing. A leg shot. Not enough for the kill. And NAVI look to deal the killing blow. Unless Josie and Younger can do something to keep them in this. The crossfire established. Astra swings. Hanka hits hers. And NAVI get their revenge. They eliminate the Fluxo demons and go through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, Fluxo fighting their own demons there. Literally didn't see anyone shooting at ghosts and then eventually link up and they think, oh, then it's too late. Well played from NAVI. They faced a lot of adversity, not just in this series, but earlier today against FlyQuest as well. But they have proved all the praise we've been giving them on the desk about how good they really are. International project built to win. Semi-final spot against Furia on the horizon tomorrow.